Welcome to Hitman Box, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. So if you go over to Manny Pacquiao's Twitter page, you'll notice something very interesting. You'll notice that he has a poll up requesting that his fans, in a way, pick his next opponent. Now, everyone was under the impression that he was going to fight Jeff Horn. Recently, there's been talk of the fight between the two happening in the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. Also, Australia, that was also mentioned. But, Michael Kant, if I'm not mistaken, he said the fight was going to take place in the UAE. I guess it doesn't matter because they're all full of shit anyway. So, Manny Pacquiao drops this poll. And, they're saying that he's got second thoughts on facing the relatively unknown Horn. I mean, he was an Olympian prospect, but Manny Pacquiao, quote-unquote, has been having second thoughts about fighting Jeff Horn. So he's asking his fans to, potentially pick his next opponent. There are 4 names on the list. You've got Amir Khan, Jeff Horn, Terrence Crawford, and Kell Brook. So the reason why I say Manny Pacquiao is full of shit is because he's not going to fight Kell Brook and he's not going to fight Terrence Crawford. So why even fucking put their name on the list? Because you're not going to fucking fight those guys. Both of those guys would beat the fuck out of you. So you're not going to fight them at 38 years old for any sum of money. Well, I won't say that. Manny Pacquiao is a whore for fucking money and bitches and drugs. So he probably would take the fight. The next thing I want to mention, you've got Jeff Horn, and then you've got Amir Khan. I could see him fighting Amir Khan. That's a good fight, especially for Khan, as he was looking to get a big fight, for the longest time. Not sure how his chin would hold up after losing that last fight to Canelo Alvarez. At least in this case, Pacquiao would probably break his knockout streak. But it'd be interesting to see how he would deal with Amir Khan's hand speed. But, I would pick Pacquiao in a fight against Amir Khan any day of the week. He would definitely slump Amir Khan. To have the fight over at the UAE, that would be huge. It would definitely sell. It would definitely sell out there. Pacquiao's not that big of a draw over here anymore. His pay-per-view numbers are lacking. He wasn't even on HBO pay-per-view. Top Rank pulled their own little private pay-per-view, whatever, for the fight. So, the reason why Pacquiao's getting all this criticism is because he stayed on this bullshit. Just like Floyd Mayweather was on bullshit before he left, fighting Andre Berto on the way out. You want to fucking fight Jeff Horn. Yeah, he's undefeated. Yeah, he's a prospect. Yeah, he's an Olympian. But nobody gives a fuck about that shit. Nobody even knows who Jeff Horn is. All right? So let's stop being pussies and act like, Jeff Horn is a match for Manny Pacquiao. He's not. He's no match for him. It's just a stay busy fight, okay? So, and that's fine if he wants to do that. But don't make these fucking polls talking about you want to fight, that you want your opponent, your fucking fans to pick these fucking names, 2 of which we know you're not gonna fucking fight because you're fucking shook of Terrence Crawford. You're shook of Kell Brook. All right, you're not gonna fight them dudes. You don't want no fucking static with them. All right, I'm sick of Manny Pacquiao. Just fucking retire or something, man. We sick of you. Talking all this bullshit about cutting motherfuckers' heads off in the Philippines and shit. I ain't trying to hear about that shit, man. Just get your ass in the fucking ring. You signed that fucking slave deal with Bob Arum, so get your ass out there and fucking fight somebody. You fight who the fuck he tells you to fight. So fight Terrence Crawford. That's the only fucking fight we want to see. But I'll take Amir Khan, though. I ain't really looking for that shit. Not checking for it. But go ahead and fight Amir Khan. If you fight Jeff Horn, you a bitch. For sure. You a bitch, all right? 38, you a bitch. Sick of Manny Pacquiao, man. But, that, again, talking shit about him. But we're not taking away what he's done in his career. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's definitely a future Hall of Famer, man. Manny Pacquiao is the man. He was the man at one point, man. But right now, you gotta show me, if you're gonna continue boxing, you're gonna have to show me that you still that dude and fight one of these prime welterweights. That's the reason why Mayweather retired, because he didn't want to fight none of them motherfuckers, man. Go ahead and fight Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter's available. Why you ain't put his name on the fucking list? Why you ain't put his name on the motherfucking list, huh? He don't want that. He don't want that static with these dudes. I'm telling you, man. That fight can be made. So let's not try to act like Bob Arum can't work with Al Heyman. All right. Let's not try to do that shit. Okay. Sean Porter is available. All right. So, it is what it is. Same old shit with Manny Pacquiao. Him and Michael Collins lying their ass off. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao scared to get in the ring with somebody who's going to beat his ass. All right, so that's all I really got to say about Pacquiao. I ain't participating in that bullshit ass poll. I don't even follow Manny Pacquiao on Twitter. I don't give a fuck. All right, so let me know what y'all think about Pacquiao. Who should he fight next? Should it be the terrifying Jeff Horn, or should it be somebody who could beat his ass like Terrence Crawford? Hitman Boxing, drop a comment. I'm out.